Saint Maud is a religious horror movie. The movie starts with this young lady named Maud who is a at-home caregiver who helps like elderly people, disabled people, or people who are dying. And in this case, she is helping this dying semi-famous dancer. And the movie is just basically Maud taking care of her, but also being super religious and feeling that it is God's calling to help her basically save this dying dancer's soul. And Maud definitely is like super religious and she's saying things like God talks to her. Well, unfortunately, Maud becomes a little overprotective and basically tells this dancer's girlfriend that she can't see her anymore, which kind of leads the dying dancer to throw this big party where they kind of make fun of Maud, and she snaps and slaps the dying dancer and basically loses her job. Well, definitely that affects her psyche as she kind of like goes to this bar and just has sex with random dudes. This is a really weird part of the movie, but nonetheless, she ends up learning that, hey, I'm super religious, and what am I doing? And she hears God's calling again, and basically realizes that her main calling in life is to definitely, most definitely save the soul of that dying dancer that she doesn't even work for anymore. And she's like, fuck it. I'm gonna break into her house and I'm gonna save her soul. And that is about the movie without too many spoilers, which I'm gonna go into some spoilers in my review. So, my review for Saint Maud. Just what an extremely disappointing movie, as nothing even remotely happens until literally the last 10 minutes of the movie. And even though it is pretty good, it just upsets me that the movie was really just a drama and that you only get the good stuff at the last 10 minutes, as it was really good. And I just would have liked the whole movie to have been as good as that, you know? I mean, I guess there was this one part that was basically near the end, anyways, where she ends up putting these thumbtacks, like 8 of them, in this picture of this saint and puts it in her shoe and she walks around in them. And I mean, these thumbtacks were like an inch long with the little nail prickly parts. So, like, that was kind of good. But besides that, it literally just was this drama and just her basically being a caregiver to this dying lady. It was actually really boring. And I kind of went into the movie thinking it was going to be scary and like ghosts, because on the back of this, or like a possession movie, because on the back of this cover, it's like her floating and levitating. And in all reality, basically what it is that she's just a Looney Tune. She's a psychopath. So there's really nothing happening. It's all in her head. So like her floating, she is just hallucinating. Anything that happens like religiously or horror wise, which nothing happens until the end, it's all just in her head. Everything's just all in her head, which I guess is kind of cool, but at the same time, you only get 10 minutes of it, and wow, what a disappointment for how good it was. All in all, it wasn't a horrible movie, as I did like the end. The acting was good, the production was good, there was just really good things about it, but it in no shape or form felt like a horror movie until the very, 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 very end. And even though the pop off was pretty classy, I don't know if I don't know what you could have really done to make up for how boring the movie was, and it being an hour and 20 minutes and you only getting 9 to 10 minutes of the actual horror aspect of the movie was honestly pretty disappointing. Just all in all, I really didn't like the story. It's these like slow burn movies that are supposed to have this big pop off in the end. I just don't think they're my go tos or my things. I just don't enjoy these movies. Unfortunately, I don't. So, with all that just me hating, my recommendation for Saint Maud. So, basically, you already know, based on my rant, I would not recommend this. It's not bad enough where I would say skip it, because that end was pretty crazy, but it is just super boring. And like I said, you really don't even get anything from a horror aspect until the last 10 minutes. So I just couldn't recommend this movie. I don't know how it's certified fresh, to be honest. I was just very disappointed.